Greetings, ladies and lads. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? I've been sick 3 times. And I had quite the big tragedy befalling me and my family, which took quite some time to bounce back from. And in the middle of all of that, I was nearing finals for this winter semester at full speed, while having one big-ass commissioner breathing down my neck, tormenting me with their bullshittery. So, yeah, I've been in rough waters for the last 1.5 months. But you know, smooth seas never made a skilled sailor. And although I tried to push through it all on my own, I gotta say that without my friends and family, I'm very certain that I'd still be sick, or at least would not have recovered to the phase that you see me in right now. So yeah, thanks a lot to them for being by my side and helping me bounce back way quicker than I could have on my own. Thanks for being there for me. And this is where I also come to you guys. Yes, you guys watching me right now. The support you guys give this small miniature painter is absolutely incredible. I'm not saying this just because I know that, pretty much every YouTuber says this, but I really try to back up what I say, and this is why I'm making this video. So today, on February 14th, where everybody shouts their love for one another from the rooftops, I thought it would be a great opportunity to give you guys a proper spotlight and really show how much I appreciate it all. Starting with the Celestial Spears. I think this is definitely one of the more insane ones, so let me get the context in order first. 4 months ago, we did the second part of the 24-hour stream, painting 20 Firstborn Imperial Fists for the Horus Heresy. It was split in 2 parts, because I'm an idiot, and YouTube rightfully deleted the second half of the first part, so I had to redo it. Anyways, when one of my viewers asked me if I ever thought about creating my own Space Marine chapter, I showed some drafts that I made a whole while ago for a different project. Because, of course I did. Let's be real, I'm pretty certain that every 40k fan has at least once thought about creating their own Space Marine chapter. So of course I did too. I went through different designs and color combinations, explaining my thoughts, and spun the story a little bit further with the people in the chat. I didn't even know what to name them at that point, so at the end of that intermission, me and my audience landed on the Celestial Protectors as a work title, which are now changed into the Celestial Spears. As the stream went on, I already got messages from people in the audience telling me that they'd, dropped what they were doing and started painting one of their Marines in my color scheme, which is insane for me to think about. I got really flustered, as I realized that there would probably be some people, painting some Space Marines after my schematics before I did. So yeah, quite incredible indeed. And sure enough, not long after, the first picture started rolling in. Behold, the first Celestial Spears. He went with the design I showed first, which was intended to be made for a chaplain. He told me that he wanted to really lean into the Black Templar aspect of the Celestial Spears, seeing as that was one of the things we discussed during the stream. And I think the idea of them having yellow or orange bolters is very cool, and balances the paint job out really nicely. Painting black is always kind of a risky move in my opinion, because you can easily end up with the miniature looking like it's, just been coming from the priming table. But in Inquisitor's case, the light bluish grey highlights squash that doubt from even arising. And look at the back! Some hand-painted stars on the power pack are a really sweet detail, especially when you consider that you'll be seeing your miniatures mostly from the back during the battle. Always make sure that you have something nice to look at as well. The only part where the Inquisitor diverted from the script is that his accent color is more yellow than orange. But, you know, I think with the light bluish accents of the black armor, which makes up, you know, most of this model, I think it works very well and looks very, very cool. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's really cool. But, to cite Master Yoda from The Empire Strikes Back, there is another. This time from a guy called Rice, which I firstly need to apologize to. See, just like the Inquisitor, he got going straight away, and, you know, kept me updated during the painting process, and asked me questions to details that I hadn't gone over in the stream. But I never answered him and left him on red actually. Like a total asshole. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I never got pinged. I never got pinged on my tablet, which is the only device I'm using for Instagram. And because I'm so inactive on Instagram, you know, in terms of my Brink of Art channel, it took so long for me to even see those messages that I was already finished when I got to it. Yeah, so really, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. With that out of the way, let's bask in Rice's glory, because look at this. Emperor on Terra, gloried be thine deeds. I didn't know I had a member of the Heavy Mel team following me. What do I even say here? Let's just start with the obvious. This is an extremely clean paint job. Sharp edges, smooth blends, which surely came with a lot of glazing, and a truly perfect color scheme. Shit. I don't even think I could have matched up the colors more perfectly. And I'm the one who did the mock-up. Where the Inquisitor gave his Marine a bolter in the color of his accent paint, Rice went with a classic black bolter, which I think is the right call in this case, giving the Marine the needed substance, and dragging the focus of the eye to the middle of the otherwise very bright mini. I also really like the light blue purity seal. Light blue was the third color that I chose for this chapter, but it is very hard to implement it the right way. Rice nailed it. Marvelously done, mate. He even told me that this miniature won him the second place in a competition called the Golden Gobbo. I don't doubt it. This is so cool. My own Space Marine chapter brought to life by you guys. Thank you very, very much. I think it's time that I really do start to flesh out the lore and heraldry for these guys, But until that day, here are all the references for the Celestial Spears that I have cooked up for now again. So if you want to paint one yourself and join Rice and the Inquisitor in the ranks of the Brink of Army, feel free to, you know, give it a go, and make sure to let me know when you're done. Now, contrary to my own fucking belief, we are not done. 2 years ago, I undertook one of my coolest projects ever, taking a Death Guard Space Marine and corrupting him over a span of 10,000 years. Holy shit, what a satisfying project. If you've not yet seen it, make sure to check it out. And if you have seen and liked it, there's more like that planned for this year. Anyways, this project seemed to inspire a guy called Sheriff Snowtrooper. So he went ahead and made his own corrupted Space Marine, documenting the entire process via YouTube Shorts. And he even gave me a shoutout at the end of each and every short.
Inspired by Brink of Art. This project was inspired by Brink of Art.
Back then, I was blown away by the fact that someone was so inspired by a video of mine that they not only tried it themselves, but also documented the whole process. I think what he did is just really neat, and I gotta respect the hustle for making content with only your phone as a camera. I really should have shouted him out ages ago, but like with Rice and the Inquisitor, I just didn't think, a flying by mention at the end of a video or a community post would do it justice. So I made this video. Comments like these under my speed paints are my bread and butter. And photos like this, where you show off what you achieved with my tutorials, are just absolutely amazing. And I think I don't have to mention just how insane this stuff is, right? I think I made it clear that I'm absolutely amazed that, as a really small content creator, people are already, taking stuff, made by me, using my tutorials, doing stuff. It's always so cool. I'm being really open about this right now. I think it's cool. Maybe I really can make this work. Wouldn't that be cool? Lastly, I also want to give a quick shout out to Alice from Ataraxia Painting Studio. She hit me up years ago when this channel was still, really small. And working on a project with her, a different content creator, was quite the, cool experience. And even though it went downhill quite quickly, because we are both idiots when it comes to communication, at least we were back then. Well, I still am. Anyways, I still look back at this, video that we made quite fondly. So yeah. Go check her out. She makes quite interesting videos. Hers are more, targeted to, broader topics regarding the hobby and not individual tutorials like I'm doing. Like specific tutorials, she's more, going on broader techniques and stuff. So yeah, go check her out. She really, if you see her models, she really knows what she's doing. Thank you guys so much for all your support. We are just about to reach 3,000 subscribers. 3,000. And I promise that I will do my utmost to deliver some great quality content worthy of the 10,000 subscriber mark by the end of this year. I don't really know what I'll do right after this video specifically, but there are a lot of things brewing, and hopefully, if nothing gets in the way, please, I'll be able to show it all to you. Until then, take good care of yourself and have fun painting.